We're alive. As our world spins seemingly out of control, we are all experiencing time speeding up, chaos shifting to a new level, and a yearning to know the greater mysteries of the universe. What does it all mean? Visionary spiritual teachers and best-selling authors Sri Ram Kaur and Kira Ra explore these mysteries, offer live soul readings, and invite you to open up your mind, body, and spirit to the paradigms that are shifting. Bringing you fresh perspectives and timeless wisdom, here are Sri and Kira.
Hello! Namaste, much love. So, hi, welcome to the show. We're so excited to be here with you. We're going to explain some of the amazing things that we are.
Hey guys, you know what? I'm going to jump right in. This is Kira Ra. Hi! And you know, as the world would do, and as everything always does, happy Holi! Let's start there. Do you guys know it's Holi right now? All right, Holi is what? It is the festival of the triumph of good over evil. And I love that this group here right now, all of you, welcome back to Sri and Kira Live. We are here celebrating. So each one of these, I'm going off camera, I'm not supposed to be here. Each one of these beautiful beings is still here at Toasted Blue Mountain. They are saying hello to you from La Sala. And because the energy of the WWA Global is so huge, we're going to let them talk about what's going on here. So we're just going to start right in the end. We're going to begin with Elaine. So, hey, I'm going to ask each one of you, who are you, where are you from, and what's going on for you?
My name is Elaine Oshwalker, and I'm from New Mexico. And while I have been here at the Blue Mountain, I have been called to open an evasive circle for the people around me, and I will do that as soon as I get back to New Mexico to my home.
Oh, can I jump in? First and foremost, guys, don't we just all love Elaine so much? I mean, I really so much. It is a miracle that Elaine was here today, and I think this moment right now is why you were here. For what you just declared to the entire world about what's happening and what's going on. And I want to share with all of you something we shared with our sacred circle here. And that is that Elaine met Sri and I at our very first ever public appearance. Ever. 2003 or 4?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4. We both are going to agree to that. Right? And it was her and her 3 sisters, and Elaine has just been a bearer of the Avesa love, presence, energy, and mastery. And so in this moment, I just want to bear witness to all of you that have been with us all weekend through this incredible Equinox up level, that have been with us in spirit, in heart, in any way possible, that if it wasn't for Elaine and her family and the torch that they have held, and they live in New Mexico, which is where it all started. It's where it all started, in Tijeras, New Mexico. If it wasn't for you and your family, Sri and I would not be here right now, because it was an affirmation. It was a moment. And so I just want you to know how much I love you and your older sister Violet, who tried so hard to be here. Hi, Violet, we miss you. And Deanna, we love you. And your whole family, thank you, Elaine. I just want to thank you. I just want to honor that you're here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, my love, and the miracle of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I promise I'm leaving now.
Okay, hi, I'm Whitney. I'm from New Jersey. And the one thing I have to say is you absolutely have to be here. You have to come here. I could feel the energy shift about an hour outside on the way in the van. It brings you to another level of your mastery. It pushes you forward. Then between all the things surrounding the WWA with the community, what amazing people. And we had a great San Pedro journey, that expansive. Still working through that. Gonna be a while. But the energy here, and with just the mountain itself, not let alone them and everything that goes on, it is absolutely life-changing. Life-changing. Do whatever you have to do. Come, please.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Kyla. Many of you know me as a Masha, as I'm host of radio show Messages of Light with Masha Sigurdsson. I'm concierge and spa manager here at Tulsa Blue Mountains. I'm so happy to be here every morning I wake up, and thank you, my guides, for the beauty and for amazing miracles that surround me. The event what we just saw, the beautiful WWA Global, was stunning, and what I really experienced, deep connection with the land and with Canaries. When they come here with their families, I felt like I've become part of their families, so they are deeply accept us. And now I feel very deeply and more connected with everything around me, because I know I'm so welcome to that land by the holders of that land.
I'm Isabella. I'm from Iowa. First arriving here, it was kind of like a sense of, okay, we're all strangers, but we're all family in this weird way where we all understand each other even though we're all on this different path. And so it's kind of like a homecoming and a welcoming and just a support system that I have had from my mom and like my siblings, but not so much from my family, more of like, okay, we'll support you as long as you kind of follow what we want. So this has been a really amazing experience being here. So.
Oh. I'm Dana. I'm from New Jersey. I've been following this mountain in this world for many years, and coming here and being here was so sacred. From the event of all of us getting here and all of the people who have in circular time have come together, and seeing all of the connections, and it is unfolded tremendously. The WWA was so sacred. Everything that we have done all week has been so sacred. Our unbelievable light beings. And then to harvest the San Pedro, which is so incredible to be able to do that, and to watch those things as we all follow Shri and Kira and everything, and to be a part of that and partake in that and put our sacred intention and for the world, not just our beings here holding space for the world. We had an incredible San Pedro journey that accumulated everything of this week. It's so sacred. We brought in light beings, cosmic light beings that have changed the frequency of the world. And we have connected with the Kenyari and the ascended light beings and brought them together. And it has been an incredible thing to be a part of. It's so honoring, it's so blissful, and it's pure bliss. It really is. So thank you. I honor all of you, and I honor you too so much. And Masha and Jeanette are just walking ascended light beings. So thank you so much. Much love.
Hi, I'm Jerry Hapstreet, and the host of Light, Laughter, and Lattes. And wow, I don't even know if I can explain all that happened. It was so profound. I'm still integrating it all. It felt like a coming together of the earth with the cosmos and the masculine and the feminine all at once coming together. And that was my experience, I guess, of the San Pedro that we harvested. We had a great grandfather, San Pedro. The energy was intense. It's nothing like I'd ever experienced before. I think I went through a full Kundalini awakening during the process that went on for 24 hours and had an energy purging through me that was, I can't even have words for it. But it's the moment that I think I've been waiting for a very, very long time. And I'm just honored to have so many beautiful beings who agreed to be there with me because I needed that extra support. And to be in the Temescal with the Kinyari, to be in this birthing womb, and we were all so packed tight together, and it was so dark, and we just all melded together as one as they were singing their songs and chanting and playing the drums and honoring every rock that they brought in and saying their prayers, and then we just all kind of swirled together. And I think we were all challenged physically because it was an uncomfortable space, but as we expanded and expanded, we almost forgot that we had bodies. We were just like one energy. I can't even explain it, but it was quite profound. Thank you.
Well, my name is Pedro. I'm the chef here in Tulsa Blue Mountains. Since the first time that I came over here, I knew that I didn't was here to work. I came here to help, and it is amazing to know that I'm helping to heal people through my food, and I just feel blessed to be part of this amazing family.
Hi everybody, I'm Amanda. I'm not working here, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm helping with all I can do here. I'm a pastry chef and also I'm an artist. So I can tell you this is a place for having a good creativity. You can have everything you want here. It's a nice place, it's a magical place, so magical. I feel like all this place, all these walls, all the trees is a huge rock, a huge blessing rock. So please come because you're gonna be surprised here. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, we're coming in loving all of you. We're just going to squish in a little here. And, beloved angels, sincerely, we know that you're feeling what we're all having. Even my Henry just came in. We're all feeling this energy. This is what has happened.
Yes.
This is that active portal of ascension has ignited through this beautiful equinox and our micro festival. I keep calling it our micro festival. We had a little micro festival. And through that, we are welcoming you to the birth, because we have birthed into a moment of rapid acceleration, a moment of unification, and a moment of balance and restoration. And so from our heart to your heart, from the Holi that has seen the good triumphing over all evil that starts right now today, welcome. Welcome. We love you. And thank you. We love you. Oh my goodness gracious. So come join us on the other side.
And we love our bracelets, Helen. Thank you.
Yes. I got a hand on that one.
Thank you, Helen.
All right, I love
You
it.
guys rock. Thank
Relax.
you. Enjoy. Sri, before we do anything, I just want to say that earlier today, it was so evident, I had not really consciously called in that it was holy. And it was just so clear we had to broadcast from this part of our temple today. And so that's because of this being right here, our beloved Krishna. And before Sri and I take a seat, I thought maybe we should share a little bit about this beautiful being and the altar that we're standing in front of. This is in our La Sala portion of Tulsa Blue Mountain.
So this is one wall of the living room, the sala, and this wall really celebrates the spirituality over in the continent of South Asia. And we have beautiful Krishna here playing the flute. And this particular Krishna has been with us for many years.
It was our very, very first. It was our very first time we were ever in India together. And we were in this teeny tiny little shop. Remember that? And we were like, we want to find a Krishna, we want to find a Krishna. And the shop was no bigger than probably Sri and I standing like two more of us together.
Yeah, it was about 12
It was a
square.
closet. And we were sitting on these teeny tiny little cushions when two people were carrying this out. And you can see it's fairly large. And what is so amazing is that today Holi is about the Radha Krishna. And so, of course, we are all dancing with Radha and Krishna in perfect balance. You know what? I don't know where to look. Am I looking here?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's why it looks like I'm looking down. I'll look up here. Okay. Today is the day that celebrates Radha Krishna as the sacred union, divine partnership in the energy of the equinox, where it's been all about sacred union, divine partnership, right? As we are culminating right now, just a couple more days, this incredible, incredible awareness, and really paying attention, because we are moving into an experience. And there's a lot to share about what's coming in the next month. There are a lot of things that are happening, and all of them are amplified, and all of them right now are inviting you into one moment. And the moment is this: to know that we opened that rainbow. Remember, we talked about this? We have opened that rainbow. What happened here on the equinox, Shri and I put together 7 minutes of literally a terabyte of film to be able to give you a hint of what happened here, to capture the essence of it. We're going to be showing that to you. So all of that just ignited, and for all of you that were with us live and all of you that are going to be catching the videos of what happened this past weekend, the power of the balance has ignited. And I think it's important to talk about what happened during the ceremony with the men and the women, don't you?
Absolutely. There's so many wonderful miracles that occurred over the last several days.
Yeah.
And the equinox weekend, you know, one of the themes is about rebirth. It's about a new balance. And how can you have a new balance if you're not birthing that which is of a more wholesome or more harmonic balance? And so this theme of birthing, of balance, of union, of moving forward to be in the energy of that which is meant to come forward, as opposed to be in the energy of that which you tried out in the past.
So true.
And so one of the things that spontaneously occurred on our mountain is the Kanyari went up to consecrate this temple site for the first time they've been up there in thousands of years, because this temple was covered over. And in the consecration, the men and the women came up with the musicians, and they had intended to have a beautiful equinox celebration. And what spontaneously occurred was a healing in the mirror.
An up level.
And an up level.
You know, I mean, a spontaneous up level. And honestly, Jerry, do you want to come talk about it for a minute? Sure. Yeah. So I want to, Shri and I were not in that circle at that moment when this happened, but you were.
I was.
Jerry was, and so this is Jerry once more. And so Jerry, share with us. So what happened up there? How did that magical? That's a weaving of ascended Kundalini. How did that happen?
Yeah. So as the sun was rising, the lead ceremonialist, so Alexander, gave a really long 20-minute prayer to his family, to everyone. And they shared gifts, personal gifts, to each of their family members. And he had his wife there for the first time ever. She got to see him doing the ceremony. He also had his sister there for the first time. And so they had never known what he did during these ceremonies. And they got to experience all of this, and he honored them and he gave them gifts. And after we did all of that, they had all the women go collect the food and flowers to put on the food. And as the women brought all the food over to the fire where the ceremony was, Andrew's wife started out first, and she got to share really what was in her heart. And she was so grateful to be able to have the opportunity to share this. It felt like to me like this is something that hadn't been done before, that she was, for the first time ever, really speaking her truth. And she went on and on and on, and all the men had tears in their eyes. All of them did. And she went on for quite a long time, and thanking and praying and giving gifts as well. And then the sister did the same. And then there was another gal there as well, and I don't know what part she had as the family group, but she shared as well. And she shared how
great it was to be surrounded by women. A majority of us up there were women, and we were all there standing behind them, sitting around them. And it was like the first time she'd had, I think, all that feminine support with her, and she was really grateful for it and wanted to continue that on into the future. And so we were really witnessing like a lineage healing within them, and a real coming together of the masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you. Do you all feel that? I know we're just standing next to Jerry. I'm feeling it again. Thank you.
And just for those of you that are maybe new to this, the Kenyari tradition is somewhat patriarchal.
No, it's a lot patriarchal. It's somewhat patriarchal.
Well, there's honoring.
That would be a men's way of saying it.
There's an honoring of the women. However, the ceremony.
I was the worthy wife.
The ceremony itself is always conducted by the Taita and the support man, and the women are often the periphery. So this was one of the very first times the women actually participated.
Well, and I want to share that. The women do participate, but that periphery is the cooking. So one of the things that we did put into our video when we share it with you today was we have a beautiful temescal here with our 4 Directions fire pit, and that became the home base. And the way that the women participate is that they bring their children, they bring everything they need, and they come and literally camp out as the ceremony behind the ceremony. In other words, they're the ones that are making sure that everything is happening so that those guys are up there able to perform ceremony. They are the ones, and it brings me to the water bearers, as they say so well, it's not the men carrying the water on their head. And so what's so beautiful is that honoring of that, you are the wind beneath our wings, lifting up to be one, was an incredible way to call in the eagle condor. And it was a profound moment as Mother Ganga is coming in and the mighty Amazon, this very strong masculine energy of the Amazon, have ignited this ascended Kundalini experience. That is what's happening on the planet, and that is April. Yeah. That is what's happening right now, and that is why we have taken a beautiful flow into the April forecast today, because it is important for you in this moment to notice as we are in the precipice, right? February, March, April. It was a 3-month experience of energy, right? February, March, April. That means what happens in May. May is the first gate. And it's the first time, did you feel that? It is the first of 3 harmonic pulse waves, and they are coming in big. And it's going to be a boom, and we're barely going to recuperate, and there's going to be a boom, and we're barely going to get through that one, and then there's going to be a boom. And that's why, now where are you feeling that? I got to stop because I'm feeling all of you. All right, so notice, take a moment, let's take a breath, right? Because this is meant to uplift. So if you're noticing anything less than that, let's honor that it's there, right? All right. Shri, would you guide us through some nice breath?
Absolutely.
That'd be great. We're going to take some breath before we go any further because we have a lot of visuals to show you as well.
It's important that we are mindful of the energy we hold.
Very.
As we participate in the energy of what we're creating.
Yeah.
Because, and before we do the breath, I just want to mention, I was so touched by the healing between the husbands and the wives, between the male roles and the female roles of the Kenyari. Because consider for a moment, all of us are joined together saying, we want to create a healthier, happier world. How can you create a healthier, happier world if you haven't brought in ascended balance in your home, in your own heart, in your own marriage? How can you be honest and congruent and say, hey, I want the world to be in balance when I don't have balance in my own hearth, in my own home? And so I was so touched that these beautiful women in the Kenyar participated at a new level, and that the husbands were in tears saying, yes, I love you, I honor you, and that there was a new level of ceremony that came forward for this indigenous group. And so I wanted to celebrate that and acknowledge that one more time.
And I'm so glad that you have, because we are all like, yes, yes, yes. That makes us want to breathe more.
All right, so
let's do it.
As we move forward into this next moment, I invite you to bring a hand to your heart if it's safe for you to do that. Yeah. And just notice for a moment your breath. And as you notice your breath, let's add some consciousness to it. As we inhale, just think the word Ave, which means hail, respect for the divine. Ave. With each inhale, I respect the divine. And on the exhale, think or sound the word Sa, which is I surrender to the infinite. And now we put those together. Ave, Sa. Ave, Sa. And now with one hand on your heart, just let the breath continue at its own pace. Take your other hand, if it's safe to do so, and place it anywhere on your body that there is some tension. Many of you are holding in the solar plexus, in the abdomen. And let the breath unify you. Let the breath bring balance to you. Ave, Sa. I am balancing. I am balanced. Sa. And let a smile come to your face as you respect and love you.
You. Angel, it's all about you. It really is. This is that moment, is it not? To lift up and say yes to you, to really hold yourself with so much love and compassion that that fifth dimensional space is effortless. That there is nothing to be consciously thinking about because your inspiration is the doing. That the law of instantaneous manifestation is your life. It's not a concept. It's not something you're looking for. It's not something you're writing about. You have stepped into the presence of I am.
I am.
Right? I am. Therefore, it is. Through the consciousness of your own awareness, which is what the last few days of this month are inviting you to claim. The consciousness of your own awareness. Really breathe that in, because we are in that awareness month. And the way that the Ascended Numerology has really run roughshod on us, we're all walking into April going, can I breathe a little bigger, please? And we are, because everything has amplified. With that ignition at the equinox, we have now opened up a bridge, and the bridge is already here. We're just strengthening it. Mm-hmm. It's like you've walked up to the big cavern, and you went, I have no idea. And this huge light came on over the weekend and said, see, it's right there. And you're like, oh, but now you're making that available. That's March to September. We have successfully, and everyone, all of you, whether you're conscious of it or not, the amplification alone is the validation within, but the active ascended portal presence ignited. The Kanyari themselves, after 3 days of continuous ceremony, came down the mountain and shared with Shri and I that there are places around this planet considered to be sacred that do not come close to carrying the energy that is up there. And that the word they used to describe it was magic. And I want you to breathe that in because it took our breath away. And it was so sincere. It was
truly an honor and a validation to have these elders, these lineage holders who have done ceremony throughout the Andes come to Tosa Blue Mountain, to this temple that we have been gifted to uncover, to do ceremony here. And Alexander, the Taita, gave me a hug and he said, please, please, I respect you for guarding this place. The energy here is more profound than the well-known places in the Andes. And so we honor that and we bow before the custodianship, because the energy is not to be owned. The energy is to be used as an activation, to be shared. Right. Whenever we touch the sacred, we're touching our own legacy. We're touching the heart of the divine. The sacred is the gateway to all that you have ever sought and all that you are.
I love that.
And so here we are, beloved ones, sending you our love and recognition and doing our best to share with you the opportunity that you can participate with consciously. That this rainbow bridge that has opened up at the March equinox is yours to dance with as we go to September. You can use a surfing metaphor, you can use a dancing metaphor, but there is illumination and upliftment available for all.
And that is the amplification. So you know that old saying about, whatever you think about or whatever you focus on expands?
Yes.
Well, that is really happening right now. And because the law of instantaneous manifestation has found new ground, so to speak, the energy has up-leveled so rapidly that the dimensional shifts have come in so profoundly. I'm going to show you that in just a minute, the charts. What's happened is that everything has spun to where if you are able to be holding that 0 point open, and how do we do that, right? We hold open ourselves as the 0 point inside that torus field, which is our framework of support, through 3 very simple things. Steadfast commitment, not commitment, steadfast commitment. Focused awareness. It's not just awareness, it's focused awareness. That's why I'm talking about the consciousness of your own awareness right now. And then complete trust. And all of that is you. It is an opportunity to reach beyond the perception, to expand the consciousness into the mastery presence while still carrying a body form. And it's not easy to do. However, it is very doable. And when that moment, that state of full empowered mastery of the yoga and self-ascension comes forward, the stabilization of the two as one literally becomes as if there is a unified field of the being of density and the mastery being as one, experiencing the two as the one. One, experiencing the two as the one. Breathe that in. And in that moment of resurrected presence, the observation of the divine at work in the all, in all ways, guides and inspires. The greatest interference is what we give ourselves, is it not? We are in a moment right now where the distraction is so great and so large and so well reasoned. 100% of all of that is of this world. And that's very exciting because it means you helped create it. What April is going to do is offer you the experience of the world that you absolutely know is the truth right now. What is, you want to dream the impossible dream right now. Right now. This is the moment. This is an ignited moment. Amplify, amplify, amplify. Excuse me. That bridge that opened up in March and is not going to be sealed until September has got to be strong enough to sustain 2 harmonic bursts that we have never experienced before. And that's before it's even going to be sealed. Yeah. So what it's saying is, we're going to have moments where we're building this bridge, and then if you have a moment where you're going back, every single thing we do between now, right now, and September equinox will be sealed in. And the only way I'm going to describe this, and it's going to be thrown like an energy to a moment ahead that will then ricochet back here. Yeah. And so what moment do we want to go to? The one in the parallel where we actually have made and accomplished our expanded consciousness, the one where we go beyond the beyond? Because we can do that right now. Or are we going to go to the one where we bounce forward, backward into self-destruction? We're making the choice right now. What we do matters. What you do matters. And this is so outside of the paradigm that's trying to distract you, because this is not about fame or money or likes or clicks or friends or whatever other illusionary.
And the limiting beliefs that are circulating everywhere. When we hold on to that which is precious and somewhat dismissible, meaning your authentic energy. Yeah. You've been dismissing it. Humanity has been setting aside authenticity for eons, just getting little glimpses of inspiration moments. Instead of living it, we are bowing to it as the exception. And what I'm wanting to impart to you today is the energy of this equinox, and the bridge that has been opened will be amplified, reinforced, expanded, and extended through